First person to successfully climb the highest point in every US state didn't complete his journey by climbing the highest point in California, Colorado, or Washington, but instead by climbing the highest point in Indiana, Hoosier Hill. Hoosier Hill is located in east central Indiana, about a mile from the border with Ohio. The claimed elevation of the summit is 1,257 feet, although recent surveys suggest that it's actually closer to 1,255 feet. But regardless of what its true height is, the fact remains that Hoosier Hill isn't an overly impressive geographic landform. You see, Hoosier Hill is located in a high elevation, yet relatively flat part of the state called the Tipton Till Plain, shown here in blue. So the hill gets its height from the fact that there's more than 100 feet of glacial sediment piled atop the bedrock in the area, but in reality it only rises about 30 feet above the surrounding landscape. As a result, there are hills in other parts of the state, such as south central Indiana shown here, that have a lot more topographic relief, but aren't the highest point because they sit at a lower elevation. So probably the most interesting thing about Hoosier Hill is what I mentioned at the top of the video, that the first person to successfully climb the highest point in each state completed his journey by climbing Hoosier Hill. His name was A.H. Marshall, and interestingly, the first state high point that he ever climbed was Mount Rainier, so he sort of started with one of the most difficult high points and finished with one of the easiest. I should note, however, that when he finished his achievement on July 13, 1936, neither Alaska nor Hawaii were admitted to the Union, so he never climbed the highest points in those future states. But regardless, if you'd like to follow in Marshall's footsteps, then it's easy to do so, as the so-called summit of Hoosier Hill is located less than 50 feet from the parking area, tucked away in a grove of trees amongst the surrounding farmland. Would you climb Hoosier Hill? Let me know in the comments and be sure to follow for more state high point content.